Oh, what's this you say? Oh, nothing. Papa's got a brand new bag. Y'all keep saying there's nothing wrong with Unc and y'all gonna keep watching these videos, but stick around. Y'all gonna get tired eventually. All right, so here's the thing. You probably already seen the thumbnail, so you already know what we're gonna talk about. But let's say you got a good relationship with your dad, man. I know it's probably hard to say. You black man and know his dad. Ooh. Hey, stop all that, man. I want to ask you, what is something that you bond over with other individuals? Maybe it's music. Maybe it's food. Maybe it's art. But if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of something that all men can relate to, it's violence. Violence, brother. It's just something about that word that just, I'm pretty sure if you, hey, brother, when I just did that war cry right there, you felt something like in your spirit, didn't you? But here's the thing. I may not be enthused by somebody running up and down the field with shoulder pads on. It does not blow my mind to see a man dunk. It don't do nothing for me when I see someone take a handle of wood and just crack it and drive it all the way home and you get a home run. I don't know no sports terminologies. That's what I'm trying to get into. But to see somebody just get put in a hole and just watch him turn colors until his arms just start slumping down a little bit, that do something to my spirit.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
At this point, I'm just beating around the bush, but let me hammer it home for you, buddy. What do you do when you mix robots and boxing? You get real steel. Tripping. I'm hear me out though. All right, so to give you a little bit of context, we have Hugh Jackman playing Charlie Kenton, who is one of our main characters. We have Bailey Talbot, played by Evangeline Lilly, which is another one of our main characters. We have Max Kenton, related to Charlie Kenton, keep that in mind, played by Dakota Goyo. And we have Anthony Mackie, which is actually one of our support characters, and also Kevin Durant. I want you to remember Ricky because when I pull up a picture of him, you're going, buddy, always doing something nefarious. So we follow the journey of Charlie Kenton, a former boxer who's just shucking and jiving, trying to get his way through the world. And he feels like his next big come up is going to be some type of scheme with these robots in their boxing, right? He's thinking if he can get a foothold in the game, then he can potentially win back some money. But here's the thing. Charlie Kenton owns damn near everybody on the planet money. I'm talking about it is egregious the amount of debt that this man has racked up. I don't know if they were betting against him when he was boxing, but I do know this. Buddy is horrible at his job. And I do mean every robot that he gets his hands on seems to get folded like a paper bag, man. I'm talking about Ambush, one of the first robots that you are introduced to in this movie. He takes it to a rodeo. It's supposed to be fighting a bull. Well, he's flirting with the ladies, and before he turns around, Ambush is eviscerated. I'm talking about legs gone from under him. Literally. The bull takes off when his legs start tap dancing with it. He's trying to get back in control, but it's too late. Although Charlie did lose this fair and square because he was too distracted, he still owes Ricky money. And Ricky don't play that. Ricky ain't never played that. But he goes outside. He's looking for Charlie, and Charlie is gone. I mean, he done flew the coop. There's no way for him to get his money, right? So we find out that Charlie actually had an ex-wife, ex-girlfriend. He had a lady in his life that probably due to his habits or whatever he had going on in his life, they decided to split up. The movie doesn't delve that much into the relationship, but they do let you know that Charlie had a child, and the woman took the child from him. And so, what Charlie does is he decides right off the bat, I'm going to rekindle my relationship with my son and I'm going to be a good dad. No. This is not that type of movie, man. I'm sorry. And this ain't even part of the plot, but I'm talking to you. Come here. If you got kids and you ain't taking care of them, buddy, what you doing watching my video? Go relieve your baby mama and go watch your goddamn kid for once, man. I take care of mine. You think you better than me, nigga? In this movie, Charlie decides that instead of raising his child and being a good father, it's better to trade him for a lump sum of cash because that's what I need right now. Kid ain't paying no bills, right? We all been there. So he tells the granddad, well, step granddad, whatever you want to call him, he says, you give me half of the money right now, give me the other half when the summer's over, and you can take the kid. He'll be yours. Come back from your trip and just have my money. We'll be cool. Treating the baby like a business transaction, if you will. And before the money is even fully in his hand, Charlie has bought yet another robot, another investment. And what happens? He gets noisy boy. Not one to be swayed by making good decisions and being an actual good parent. Charlie loads his son up in the car after a bit of arguing, and he says, you know what? We're going to take Nosy Boy, we're going to hit the road, and we're going to make us some big bang, big bucks, no whammies, man. And he goes to Crash Palace where we run into Anthony Mackie, and he decides we ain't gonna fight no small fries, man. We're not coming up the ranks winning a little bit of money here and a little bit there and saving it. No, we're not doing pot shots, man. We want the main event. He wants to fight the gold-blooded killer Midas, right? And he gets decimated. I'm talking about Noisy Boy was one for the big leagues, a WRB, a World Robot Boxing Champion, and he turned him into scrap in less than 10 minutes. Did I mention that Charlie was a former boxer? I guess too many hooks to the head, snapping that skull back and forth. He got hella CTE, and that's why he keep making these bad business decisions. This man decides that he's going to go into a junkyard and he's going to steal him some parts. Maybe he can salvage something that came from Noisy Boy or anyone else, right? He's explaining it to his son. This is how it goes. You come in here whenever you lose. This is where they send your money to. And the thing is, no, that's where they send your money because you're not making no good decisions. But as fate would have it, his son almost dies in a mudslide. He's going barreling off the cliff, and then boom, he's caught by the hand of not the Lord, but the hand of Adam. This salvage sparring robot that nobody would even actually look twice at because it's supposed to be a sparring bot. He's not made to deal any major damage. And Charlie even says as much. It was so bad, in fact, he told his son in the middle of a thunderstorm after he almost lost his life, he tells the poor boy, if you want it so bad, how about you dig him out and you bring him to the truck? And by George, does this man leave his son out there to fight in the wilderness, mate? After surviving a long night of being inside a mudslide and digging out a robot that just saved your life, Max is understandably upset with his dad. But after pulling this 4-ton behemoth in a radio flyer wagon, he ain't have the strength to go back and forth with his dad. I take it back. He did punch him in his thigh a couple of times. Should have went for the gonads, kid. But nevertheless, we digress. We move on. They take the robot to Bailey's gym. Charlie's like, look, if you want to work with that hunk of junk, that's fine, but I'm not tying myself to it, which is cool. You've been deadbeat your whole life. Don't ruin the kid's dreams now. But Bailey's like, you know what? He has a shadow function. He can actually, in a way, see what you're doing, which is weird because I swear this robot is human on the inside. And that's the catch. There's more to Adam than it seems. He looks like a sparring robot that's somebody you just count out, almost like Charlie. But Charlie doesn't see that at this point in the movie. After a little TLC, Max decides, look, Dad, can we go on ahead and give Buddy a fight? Charlie's like, no, he's not ready for that. He's a sparring bot. Only thing he can do is get punched on. Maybe if I can get another robot, we can test him out like that. But there's nothing that we can do as far as giving him an official booking. And Max is like, I don't want to hear it. We don't have no other options. Let's just see what he can do. I got a little faith in him. So they take him to the zoo. They take him to a rumble in a jungle type style, right? And he's boxing. Well, not boxing. He's getting boxed on. And Max has complete faith in this robot. He's telling Buddy to get up when he gets knocked down, and I have to give it to him. He keep getting up. It reminds you of Rocky, the Italian stallion. He was getting Adrian, except the robot can't talk, right? Okay, so he laughs. He actually wins some money. They do a double or nothing. He laughs some more. They go ahead and triple it. He laughs longer, and he actually beats the robot. The underdog wins, right? And this sets off a chain reaction. I'm talking about from venue to venue, from spot to spot. Max is starting to see it. Charlie's starting to see it. He's like, man, we got $1 million bot on our hands, man. The underdog is good, right? It's so good, in fact, that they catch the attention of Takamashita, the man who has created the learning robot himself, Zeus, the world robot boxing reigning champion. And it gets so bad that Charlie's like, you know what? Our underdog is cool. We're good wherever we at. But Max is like, hey, Zeus, I got something for you.
Dad, we want the gold, sucker! Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga!
A part of the film that I did gloss over that I kind of touched on pretty briefly was the fact that Charlie did owe money. And remember the guy that we talked about in the beginning named Ricky? Well, he came back to collect, as the Pied Piper always does. But this time, Charlie actually had the money, but he has his son with him. Keep in mind, he's been mending that relationship with his son. He's been trying to do the best he can while also at the same time enjoying himself. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he just didn't pay it no mind because he was doing a little better than he was at the beginning of the movie. But whatever the reason, Ricky catches up to him and he's been listening to Lil Durk and Pooh Shiesty. He's trying to get it back in blood. And Charlie's like, look, man, my son's here. Just show a little mercy. I got the money in my pocket, man. I can give it to you right now. He's like, oh, no. We passed money at this point. See, now I got to bend your fingers back because you think I'm playing with you, boy. And he started putting the beaters on Charlie, right? I'm talking about that. They turn him every way but loose, man. It is nasty. I smelt what The Rock was cooking that day, and it had to been ass because it was a whooping out this world, man. So after this scene, Charlie takes it upon himself to say, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm taking Max back to his grandparents, and I'm going to let them have it because at the end of the day, I'm not putting my child in a position to see that level of violence ever again. It could be worse next time, all because of my bad habits, which is understandable. He goes to the grandparents. He's giving Max off, and Max not talking to him. He's silent the whole time because he's like, okay, this is really the end. My dad's giving up and abandoning me again. Now, Charlie pulls Max to the side and he begins to say something along the lines of this. You don't have to listen to me. You don't even have to respond. But I need you to understand this one thing, son. It is my job to be a good father for you. It is my job to be a protector to you. And at the end of the day, I put you in a position where you had to see something so violent. I am not the one that you need to be around. And after he expresses this concern, he asks his son one question. What do you want from me? What is it that you expect from me? I've done the best that I can this entire time. And Max looks at his dad and says the most heartbreaking thing. I want you to fight for me. That's all I ever wanted. Just for you to fight for me. Just once. So after a little bit of reflecting on what happened, Charlie comes to his senses and he's like, you know what? I'm not going to strip my boy of something that he loved. I'm going to do what he said and I'm going to fight for him. He goes to the grandparents. He's like, look, let me talk to Max. They're like, we don't need you here. Let me talk to my boy, man. Let me talk to him, man to man. He pulls Max outside and he's like, look, man, I ain't going to lie. I screwed up. I've been a screw up. I ain't been having things go the way that they need to. I wasn't there for you when you were growing up. I wasn't there for your mom. But hear me out when I say this. I am willing to change that. If you give me this one chance, this one shot, I promise you I'm not going to blow it. I'm going to fight for you. As a matter of fact, we're going to fight together. And we're going to take this fight all the way to Mount Olympus. And we're going to pull Zeus down from his throne. Are you in? And my boy Max looks outside. He sees Adam sitting outside with the kids. And he's like, Pops, I'm in. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that point in the video where Unc can no longer travel with you. It was a pleasure as always to be able to explain something to you and recommend it to you. If you like the way that I explain this to you, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, turn on that bell so that you get notifications when Unc posts either shorts or actual long form videos, such as the one that you just watched. If you can, please leave me a comment. Let me know what I did right. Let me know what I did wrong. Let me know what I should watch next. And as always, Unc love you. Take care.